You know what's sad?
What?
You know what's really sad? If we were to all be mushed together, the three of us, to be that hot, handsome old man, we still wouldn't have an ass because you can't make a positive with three negatives.
Yeah, that's true.
You're listening to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers with your hosts Greg Behrendt and Kane Holloway.
Hell yeah. Hello and welcome to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers, a podcast that's here to help you not take bullshit from fuckers. I'm Kane Holloway.
I'm Greg Behrendt. Pat.
What are you doing?
How hard is it, Pat?
I'm introducing myself now?
Who are you waiting for?
Yeah. What do you want us to do? Oh, and this is Pat. What are we, your fucking butlers over here? What are we producing the show? Jesus Christ. Get your thumb out of your ass and fucking start the show, Pat.
And I'm producer Pat.
There we go.
God, there's so many Pat lovers in our listenership. There is a murder, a gaggle, a swarm of Pat lovers.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of people that I think masturbate to Pat.
Oh God!
How could they not?
Oh, no.
I mean, look at them. I'm trying to find it right now. Are they in the random comments section? But so there is so many. Pat is even sexier now that you thanked all our listeners. And Pasta Pat. Oh, Pasta Pat is a new sex symbol to the show because he had spaghetti dinner off a girl's back.
Yeah.
It was on plates.
Sure it was.
That makes it better.
Yeah, that makes it better. Resting plates, having clinking glass with some other person over some woman's back. Were you ever at one point being like, can you not breathe so heavily? Because when you exhale, my plate dips and I'm getting spaghetti on my chest. Oh, man. I'm trying to find it. I won't be able to find it, I don't think. Also, by the way, listeners have hit me up. We talked about it a little bit on the show, but someone wants me to take a personality test. They want me to take the Meyers-Briggs personality test. And then I told you guys this, and you said that's like 1,000 questions.
Yeah, if it's the thing I'm thinking of, I've taken it. I think I've taken it twice. I took it when I was working with a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. It had to be about 6 years ago, something like that. And I don't remember what I was, and I don't know that it matters.
Yeah, it can't really like.
You know, I mean, when somebody tells you you're this type of person,
mm-hmm.
you sort of already know probably what kind of person you are. And then secondly, it's like when you tell someone you're a Scorpio or a Cancer or whatever, like, who fucking cares? That shit is that's just space talk.
It is. It's stupid. It's trying to get a handle on what human beings are. And then if like, I don't want to be in a camp. I mean, I really appreciate the listener for like saying, she watched one of my clips and then was like, I'm curious what your typology is. I bet you're an ENTP like me. I don't know what an ENTP is. I'll look it up. But I ENTP personality type. All right. Is it going to tell me? A debater is a person with extroverted, intuitive thinking and prospecting personality traits. They tend to be bold and creative. deconstructing and rebuilding ideas with great mental
Don't
agility.
we all think we're bold and creative?
You know what I think?
Isn't that what we're telling people to be all the time? Isn't that the fucking point? Be bold and creative. We're all creators.
We all create. We're all be bold. Otherwise, you're not gonna get you're not gonna get the thing you want. You're not gonna get the car you need. And you're not gonna get the girl that you think you deserve, and the house that you should want, in the town that you feel like you should live in, and not make the type of money you should. It's all bullshit. I also watched this dude break down on TikTok. There was he's a psychologist, and he was watching TikToks of these kids who are like, hey, you know what I learned today? What your favorite color means about you. And right before the guy starts breaking down what each color means about you, he pauses it and he goes, I just want to say right now, before we get started, that's all bullshit. All right, let's go on with the video. And then it's like, if your favorite color is green, you're a little combative, but you're also strong-willed and blah, 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 and all this shit. And it's like, you could like the color black and also be very combative. You don't fucking, it's not, I don't want to be in a thing. Like, I don't want to take a personality test and find out a thing because I'm not going to do anything with it. What am I going to change? Yeah, I'm bold and combative. I like to debate over sandwich cuts, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but really, I'm the more combative of the two of us.
It's true. You're a mean asshole.
I'm the one that's. You're like, I like to cut my sandwiches like this, and I'm like, that's wrong. You're like, I like to go on dates where people don't talk. I'm like, that's wrong.
You're just
like, grumpy. I'm the asshole. That's my type.
Yeah, grumpy asshole. And I can be
only to you.
That's wrong. I know that's wrong. I've watched you interact with people. Well, you yelled at Pat just now to start the show.
I did yell at Pat.
Yeah. I try not to be. I was the type of movie watcher guy that if I didn't like a movie and you liked it, I fucking reamed you for it. I ruined the movie End of Watch. Oh, by the way, Greg, you have your email tone.
Oh, yeah.
Siri.
Sorry.
No need to apologize.
Siri's definitely. Siri's not an ENTP. That's for sure. Yeah, my sister called. My sister called me up and she was like, "You ever seen the movie End of Watch?" And it's a David Ayer movie who I think is just the worst. I hate his movies. Every movie he's ever directed, I don't think I've ever liked. He did Bright. Anyway, she calls me up and she's like, I really like that End of Watch movie with Jake Gyllenhaal where it's like a found footage cop movie in LA. Oh, and I went off for like 5 minutes straight about why it's garbage and why she's stupid for liking it. And she was in a really good mood too. And I ruined her mood. And then she, the next day, I was like, you seen any movies? She's like, I'm not telling you what movie I'm seeing. Yeah. So after that, I tried to not be as aggressive and be like the aggressive, I know movies better than you type of dude. Because nobody likes that guy.
I used to be that way about music.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found myself yelling at my wife and kids on a car trip.
Yeah.
About, I can't remember. It was maybe Mumford & Sons or something. And I just went off.
Oof. Yeah.
And then I was like, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Who fucking...
Yeah.
Most of the time when I listen to music, I'm alone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I listen to what I like, and nobody's really bugging me with their music.
No.
When we're in the car, we listen to the alternative station. Nobody gets mad. It's just like, well, who cares? Who fucking cares what I like?
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter. That stuff that you think so important when you're younger, and then you're like, it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter. It's just music. And I like to be, sometimes people will, they're like, oh, you got to listen to this song. And I'm like, the whole time, I'm like, ugh, yikes. But then I don't sit and tear it apart. Like, somebody likes it, so they like it. They're trying to share this moment with me. What am I going to do? Fucking ruin my friendship or relationship with this person? Or like,
yeah,
you like garbage.
If I don't like something that said that somebody likes, I just don't say anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah.
And that's how you know Greg doesn't like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. We got a question in from our good buddy Smokey Creepin over at DTBFF podcast at gmail.com. Smokey Creepin says, I got a doozy of a fucker. Hey guys. Almost exactly a year ago, I went out for a hike with my best girlfriend. We had dated a couple times in the past, but external fuckers made sure that it wouldn't work out. But we stayed best friends. On this hike, things were said, and we opened up to each other that we were in love with each other from afar for the years we've been friends. We wouldn't let anyone stop us this time. Things were amazing for the last year. I couldn't ask for a more emotionally mature, honest, sexually compatible, and giving partner who I had to step up my game to feel like I could keep up. We both expressed ourselves openly and felt comfortable doing so without an argument ever. One morning, a couple months ago, in bed, I asked her to marry me. She said yes immediately. We had been making plans on moving in together already, and now it felt real. She was working on a friend's rental house in her spare time, getting it ready for sale, when she came up with the idea of buying it unfinished from her friend. The friend gave us her blessings and agreed. I put my house on the market as well. So for the last couple months, we've been putting the house back together and moving stuff in, all while making sweet plans for the future. Last Sunday, after getting all her stuff in and unpacked, she hit me out of the blue with, "This isn't working out. This is not you, it's me. Our living styles will be too different, etc., etc., etc." I asked to talk about it like adults, but she refused and said it was just done, without giving me any real answer to what the hell happened. I'm completely shell-shocked and numb. Did I dodge a bullet? Did she get cold feet? What the fuck? Keep up the great podcast. Cheers, Smokey.
Oh, Smokey.
Damn.
Smokey,
dude.
Oh.
It's rough.
Fuck. That's really hard to say. I mean, that's the definition of cold feet.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
You were moving your stuff in together, and suddenly she had a panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
And decided, I can't do this. Yeah, I don't know. That's upsetting.
Yeah, she could have been suffering with it for a minute and just was unable to talk to you about it for fear that she would lose you. And then the decision just got made for her eventually, just without talking about what was going on with her self and her maybe fears of losing it all. She lost it all anyway, because that's a possibility. Because you fall in love and then you start to make all these big grand plans, and then out of nowhere you're like, oh my god, this is heavy. That's some heavy shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that you have a past where you guys tried to get together, but it didn't really work, or couldn't work, or there were circumstances that kept you from it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there was a sign in all that, but you weren't specific enough for me to actually be able to pick out and say, well, she has this pattern or that pattern, Yeah. But it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're right to be hurt. And that really does suck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially that you're at the point of you put your house up for sale, that she let it get that far, and maybe best that it didn't go further.
Yeah,
maybe best that it didn't go further.
It is, in a way, yeah, you did dodge a bullet, in a way, for sure. Because if she's gonna allow you guys to progress as far as you did, and then pull the rug out from under you without talking to you about it, It's like, imagine if you guys would have bought the house then and then all that shit happened. So now you're left with a house that you have to pay for yourself, even though you had your other. It's like people have a hard time really opening up about it. That's why I always talk about just you're panicking and you're having weird feelings, or you're having things that are driving anxiety. You have to talk about them. You have to get them out. And that's the only way to have a successful relationship. And it seems like with as much information that you gave us, is that she panicked, and then rather than talk about it at all, bailed, like felt like she was drowning, even though you weren't really doing anything as far as she can point to.
Yeah, I mean something happened, but it could have just been a switch in her.
Yeah.
I've had that where all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, no, I don't like this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
With a lot of things, with the Foo Fighters, like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah, what happened?
I used to love this. Now it all sounds the same, and I don't really get it. And maybe I'm too old, and
maybe they're too old.
I never want to say that
about Dave Grohl. You don't want to say that Dave Grohl's too old. You don't want to. Yeah, that does happen. Switches get flipped all the time, and I feel for you too, because that's happened to me, where someone's switch got flipped on me, and then I had my switch flipped on them. It happens, and the hardest part is just talking about it, bringing it up. If she won't do it, then there's really nothing you can do there except be sad. Allow yourself to be sad, and let the emotions move through you.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're lucky like me and you marry someone that's never liked you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, then you don't have to worry about the switch being flipped. It was already switched off.
It's already switched off. Yeah.
It done been flipped. It done been flipped, bro. Yeah, sorry that happened to you, man. My advice is just like try to feel all these emotions and then talk about it with somebody. Talk about it a lot with somebody and get it out, because this is something that can turn you to stone for later. And
be really careful to place any of the blame on you. I'm sure you're going back over the events of the past couple of months and trying to figure out, where was it I made my misstep? What did I say? What did I look like? What was my behavior? Did I do something to flip this switch? And the chances are that it's none of that.
Yeah.
And maybe in time you guys can have an adult conversation about it. But
right.
For now, I would instigate my own don't talk to me, don't call me, leave me alone.
You're talking Smokey to you? You don't want Smokey to call you and talk to you?
Stop writing the show. For 60 days. Try not to send a meme.
Should we block Smokey for his own good?
I gotta block you on your socials, dude.
Yeah. If we could somehow talk to Apple about specifically narrowing down Smokey's phone so he can't listen to the show anymore.
It's better to go our own way, Smokey.
Oh shit. But right back anytime with any more updates. You can also hit us up on Instagram at DTBFF podcast, and you can do it there, and we will answer it on the show, or if there's stuff you don't want us to say on the show, we won't. I mean, I might, because I do that.
You can come to our relationship workshop.
Yes, we have a workshop coming up September 18th. It's Sunday at 11 a.m. Tickets are at don'ttakebullshitfromfuckers.bigcartel.com. The link is in the show description. Come to a workshop, and it's a great place for people to meet. Our listeners meet up, and they become friends, and they also, as much as they ask for our advice, it's an open forum for everybody there to also give advice from their own perspectives, and it's a really welcoming, wonderful community of creeps.
And while we do talk about, yes, it's all broken people, but what we do talk about is relationships, but we talk about all relationships, so it doesn't have to be romantic in nature. You know. Yeah.
It can be about anything. Family, work, friends. There's a lot of Seinfeld references, and we also make fun of each other quite a bit.
Yeah.
So get your tickets now. Don't take bullshit from fuckers.bigcartel.com.
We'll be right back.
This mean song, the theme song for What Does This Mean song. We'll read a self-help quote, and they're definitely not memes. Memes are something completely different than quotes. Quotes are supposed to help you through all the bullshit in your life, and memes are like that poster of that cat hanging from a tree, and it says hang in there baby, or Mondays, am I right? Mondays, am I right? So if you can think of a different title, then we'll probably change it.
What does this meme? Hello.
We've been doing it's. I mean, I know the song explains that these aren't memes, but it's just so lazy that we never changed it and gave it a different title.
Yeah, we kept thinking about giving it a different title, and then our listeners came in and kept giving us new titles, and then we said those are pretty good, or some of them were crap, and then we just never chose anything, and then we kept it. What does this mean? Yeah. If we're nothing if not consistent. I mean, we're inconsistent in that we can't seem to keep our ideas. We don't back our own ideas. But we're consistent in that we never change.
Right.
So that's what you get from this show. Inconsistent consistencies. This is an inspirational quote part of the show. It's in the middle. It's the meat of the show, I guess. It's the little chunk right there. And it's sandwiched on either side. And it's cut down the middle for your enjoyment. Daria sent an audio one. I'm going to turn up my volume here.
You need to stop thinking that you're ugly. You are, but stop thinking about it. It's okay. You need to stop thinking that you're ugly. You are, but stop thinking about it. It's okay.
Is he saying you need to stop thinking that you're ugly? You are, but stop thinking about it?
Yes. You need to stop
Somebody
thinking.
Recorded that. And then somebody liked that and sent it to us.
Yeah, who's she talking to? She talking to us? She's thinking, so is one of us ugly? Is all three of us ugly? If you mushed all three of us together, would we be just like a John Carpenter monster of ugly?
Oh, the three of us together would be a mess.
What if we got hotter? What if we mushed all three of us together and we just became like this hot old man? Thank Thank you, Daria. That was great. Stop thinking that you're ugly, guys. You're ugly, but just stop thinking about it. Let's see. No.
Amanda or Paige or
Amanda.
Jennifer Lauren. Well, let's do Jennifer Lauren last.
Okay. Amanda McBurney sent 2. If you think you're too small to be effective, you have never been in the dark with a mosquito.
I think we have to stop this segment.
Yeah.
I think we're out. I think we're at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have no more story to tell. Yeah.
I mean, first off, I don't know why you have to be in the dark with a mosquito. Secondly, is that effective? Is that effective?
Well, it's annoying. Also, what's a mosquito getting done? It's not like the mosquito.
That's what I'm wondering. Like it's not like it's pollinating.
Right. Yeah, it's not trying to.
It's feeding. I guess it's feeding. It's taking care of itself.
Right, but it's not affecting the world overall unless it's spreading monkeypox.
Oh God.
You know, but it's not like it's trying to fucking hit its sales quota. And you're in the dark with it, like, dude, I don't want to hear any more about timeshares, mosquito. And he's like, can we just I got one more pitch. Can I give you one more pitch? And like, I wish I could find this fucking mosquito, but I'm in the dark. All right, fine, I'll buy something. She also sent another one that says, the only time you should ever look back is to check out that booty. Hell yeah.
I agree with that.
You got to check out that booty.
Now, in that scenario, are you checking out a booty on somebody else that has just passed you? Or are you checking out your own booty?
Like if you walked by a hall of mirrors? You know what's sad?
What?
You know what's really sad? If we were to all be mushed together, the 3 of us, to be that hot, handsome old man, we still wouldn't have an ass because you can't make a positive with 3 negatives.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's really upsetting. Andrea Duncan sent one. Andrea says, sorry, my body still being in the office confused you into believing my mind hadn't already left for the weekend.
Drinks are on me.
5 o'clock somewhere, baby. 5 o'clock somewhere. It's true. Day jobs stink. Sammy Davis Jr. doesn't have a meme. He just wanted to say something to you and I, Greg. You ready for this? He says, I listened to one of your recent episodes where you, a writer, talked about S&M and power dynamics. I love you guys and all, but I'm very glad that you have Pat to be a reluctant resident expert to assist you vanillas.
Hey, wait, we never discussed.
Yeah.
You don't know.
You don't know what I'm into.
Yeah.
You don't know how dirty I am. Yeah. Just because I don't have human furniture and heavy pasta at my house doesn't mean I'm not doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
Sammy.
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Fuck you. Boink. Okay. Jennifer Lawrence sent a meme. Said, be more interested in how your life feels than how it looks to others.
All right. That's a sage piece of advice.
It is. It's good. It's solid.
Yeah.
It's like something your dad would tell you. Well, not my dad, but someone's dad. Your dad.
My dad would say, "Get a job."
Lauren also says, or Jennifer Lauren also says, "Hi guys, listening to the newest episode, my husband and I have been together nearly a decade and non-monogamous the entire time." This is actually an update from when we had Sydney on last episode, and she talked about, she wanted to ask us what we thought about her being in an open relationship. And so she says that she was in a non-monogamous the entire time, and in some form or another, ranging from swinging to open and now fully polyamorous too. I'm happy to answer any questions you have about how that works. Also, Greg is wrong. Orgies absolutely pay off.
They pay off?
They pay off. Apparently you said they don't pay off.
Did I say they don't pay off?
You said something about just not wanting to be in it. That could be COVID related, but I mean, how could they not pay off? I mean, unless you're the one doing all the work, then that's exhausting. Like if you got to please everybody.
I think it depends on who you're fucking next to.
Yeah. Maybe you're having like a nice conversation next to a person getting.
Well, you know what? Write us back and tell us how orgies pay off. Like, I want to know what the payoff is. I mean, I know what the payoff
is supposed to be. Yeah.
But I'm done, and now there's 8 people here.
Yeah, and if I'm done too early, then I got to wait around while everyone else finishes. But if I'm done too late, then I feel like I'm not really like in my own right headspace, and now there's all this mounting pressure for me to finish.
It's hard to come when you know you're holding people up.
Like if you, like if you were trying to have sex.
Janice has a flight. Janice has a flight. Will you come?
Plus, we got to find her keys. Will you just hurry up already? It's like having sex at the post office. You don't have the right amount of stamps. I'm trying. I'm really giving it my all, guys. I don't know. I had a long day, and then I burnt my dinner, and I like didn't even get to really have anything, and I'm like low on blood sugar. Can you not? Because we're just trying to leave, and you're the only one not finishing. She also sent one specifically to me. She goes, "Hey guys, hey, I laughed a lot during your bit about open relationship rules on this week's pod when you said only butt stuff because I actually know a swinger with this rule." I said jokingly to Sydney that she should only do butt stuff when she's not with her boyfriend. Apparently this is a rule someone has. She'll only do anal with others. I know a lot of swingers, almost all of the opposite rule. I was shocked as fuck when I heard that. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
You gotta have rules.
Yeah. Fight Club has rules.
You know, set yourself up by having a set of rules.
Mm-hmm. An only anal rule is good. With a specific person or persons. No. These are my anal people. These are my regs. These are my regs. These are my anals. And these are my mouths. These are my mouth guys. These are my hand guys. This one guy, this is my feet dude.
Oh my God.
It's good to that's the personality test right there. That's the Meyers-Briggs right there. Who are you? Pat, what do you have? I'm excited for Pat's.
Well, as always, I brought a couple of real man quotes.
Yes.
We've got, "Oh, darling, I'm in this world to be the most powerful man. I'm not going to cry after you."
All right. If you're going to write a quote, make it a quote.
Make it a quote, yeah.
Not like a little snippet from your fucking sad diary that you weep into, you fucking wilting beta.
Yeah, Tom. Shut up.
fuck, man?
And when he says cry after you, is he running after
First
her
off, who
crying?
calls, hey, Grandpa, who calls somebody darling? When was the last time you called somebody darling, if you ever have?
I don't think I ever have.
I've been married for almost 22 years this month.
Mm-hmm.
Never have said darling.
Oh.
Darling? Never.
Oof. Ew, it doesn't even sound right. It sounds antiquated and racist. I hate darling. Ugh.
It's reductive.
It is reductive. I hate that. What was the first part of it? He's trying to be the king of men, or what was it?
I'm in this world to be the most powerful man.
Like Superman? You're trying to fucking block bullets, stupid? So he's not going to cry, so he could be the most powerful man? That guy is going to break down one day. He's going to have a full-blown anxiety attack in traffic and kill himself. Why does my chest hurt? I'm so powerful.
All right. I think we'll close it out with this one. Nothing lasts forever, babe. Even your makeup will fade away at the end of the day.
You don't know anything about makeup, man.
Oh, man. Yeah. Have you? Yeah.
First off, there's a whole routine just to get it off.
It really takes. Yeah, it's not like
you stay on for fucking days, you dolt.
Yeah.
You fucking useless. You've never been with a woman, you dumb piece of shit. If you've ever been with a woman, you would know something about makeup.
Yeah.
It doesn't fade at the end of the day, you dumb shit.
Yeah, she's not the Joker.
They don't. What the fuck are you talking about? You fucking beta creep.
You fucking dumb. She could be hit in the face by a wave during a hurricane. That makeup's not coming off. Segment 3, with all of our energy, this is where we bring the goods.
Yeah. Yeah. This is.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Listen, if
this is our this is the audio equivalent of one of Joe Rogan's mind supplements.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
This will do the same thing for your mind as one of those Joe Rogan pills you can take.
Yeah. So really open up your
neural
psyche,
pathways.
Your neural pathways. Are we in your brain? Are we inside your brain right now? Hello. Hello.
And it's cheaper. So just listen to segment 3 and you'll get all you need.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We'll open your mind up. You won't we'll answer all of those existential questions that really plague you. Just having us inside your brain, tickling at your stems. Monica sent a question over on our Discord, DTBFF podcast on our Discord. She says, okay, guys, I have a question for you that's been burning in my soul. The preface to this all, my stepson has lived with me in Las Vegas since 2019. His dad and him moved into my home, all caps. My home.
Yeah, I get you.
Whatever they did, they fucked up somehow. A large 5-bedroom home where I gave him his own bedroom from where he lived with his dad in 2018 in a house where neither of them even had a bedroom. Previous to this, he lived in Mexico with his mother. His mother is a horrible woman who would spend the money my husband sent her on herself instead of her son. Okay, now to the story. All through high school, I took care of everything for my stepson because his dad lived in Cali for work and would just come home on the weekends. So I did all the school activities and waited in line at his school for 4 hours, ordering his cap and gown and class ring, made lunch for him every day, took him back and forth from school, etc. This year he graduated. I created a custom picture for him and sent out all of his graduation announcements, and even had a graduation party for him. His mother came to Vegas for his graduation from Mexico and told my husband that I was not allowed, even though I have been the one to take care of him, and said that she would be livid if I came. I've never done anything negative to this woman, and they've been divorced since 2006, long before I came into the picture. I ended up going because fuck her. Okay. But I had to avoid her, and my husband's family sat with me, but he almost didn't. I literally had to guilt him to sit with me. She ended up seeing me, which then caused her to take a swing at my husband. Fuck. And made my stepson feel like shit about it. Then my husband still took her and her family out to dinner without me because she told me she didn't want to see my face. He took her out to eat twice the day of graduation because their son, who is 17, wanted them all to eat together. Do I have the right to be pissed about this? Like, am I still mad? And it's been over 2 months. I'm even a little disappointed in my stepson for putting us in this situation. I know it's not about me, but it still really hurt my feelings so much that I'm still holding on to it. Now, my stepson wants his dad to go to Mexico with him to see his uncle and grandfather and grandmother. My husband is a white guy from Southern Cal. Boo! Boo! So these people are no longer technically his family, and this upset me too. Do I have a right to be mad about it? How would you guys feel about it? My husband brought it up again tonight about how he wants to go see my ex-wife's family in Mexico, and his son wants him to go see them too. I told him I wasn't comfortable with it and compared it to me going to Colombia to see my ex-husband's family. If he told me it wasn't, but he told me it wasn't the same. Question mark.
Well, shit. Your husband's in a complicated place because he does, on some level, have to deal with his ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't send one of my kids to Mexico alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But it sounds like his ex-wife is a bitch.
Yeah, she sounds awful and terrible in all kinds of ways. Your stepson probably just doesn't know how to handle the mom side of it. Like, I remember when on my 13th birthday, my stepmom's sister was picking me up from a doctor's appointment, and I guess like we were supposed to be at the house for at a certain time because of they were throwing a surprise party. So they had like my whole family and everything, and then my friends were there too. But my step aunt is terrible at keeping time and being on time to things, and I had no idea, obviously, and so we're late to the fucking to the party. And then when I get there, no one's like in the house for the surprise part of it. But apparently there was supposed to be a surprise, like because we showed up so late, people started milling about, like sort of like when you open the pen for animals and they just start like kind of going around and doing whatever the fuck they wanted. That's what everyone was doing. So when I showed up, there's supposed to be this big like surprise, but everyone's all mad that we're late because my uncle's trying to figure out when we're going to eat because he's hungry. So he won't stop pestering my dad about when food is supposed to be there. And my stepmom's getting pissed that he won't shut the fuck up. So then she says something, then he says something, then this fight breaks out. And then my friends get to see what it's like at my house. And they immediately feel bad for me. So they go outside because they don't want to see this fight that's ensued. So it's like a moment Now, if it was just me walking into that, I'd be perfectly fine. I'd be like, oh yeah, this is what home was like. Ah, what a comfortable feeling. But then my friends are there. So then I was like, I feel weird. So I'm going to go outside and hang out with my friends. So I went out to go hang out with my friends. But then my stepmom's family got all pissed off that I wasn't like grateful for the surprise party. I'm like, you fucking assholes are sitting there fighting with each other. You think I want to hang out with you? I got to go do damage control because I feel white trash. And now I look white trash. And that's on you. I just didn't know what to do. So then I got in trouble on my own birthday.
Oh, buddy.
You know? So I kind of maybe try and take it a little easier on your stepson. He might not just, with a mom like that, not know how to handle what he's supposed to do, because she seems like the vicious one that will guilt him into fucking. And then apparently your husband has the same fear of her.
Yeah, they're both walking on eggshells.
Yeah,
they're both so codependent.
Yeah, and so she's so vicious, but it's his mom. You know, he's like, I gotta be there for my mom, and then I gotta be there for my son, and my son wants to be there for his mom. It's like it's not an easy solution. Yeah, you should be upset. I don't know, but this is a tough one. These are tough ones today. This is a tough episode.
Yeah, really bringing up our shortcomings as advice givers.
Can't you guys just ask for date ideas? I got plenty of those.
Yes, be upset. Set boundaries. Understand what your stepson is going through. Tell your husband to get a handle on it.
Mm-hmm.
He could be a little bit more protective of you. You are the current wife.
Mm-hmm.
What's important to you is important to him.
Yeah. My mom always gave some good advice when we were kids. At first I was like upset about it, but she was like, me and Mark come first, and then you guys. And I'm like, I'm hungry always, so you should always feed me. And she was like, I feed Mark first. No. She was like, we have to be have a unified front, because we know what you kids are capable of, and we know what people are capable of. They will, if they see a weakness, a chink in the armor, they're gonna try and tear away at it. They're gonna dig a hole at it. So I would come to your husband with a little more like, yo, it's got to be you and me. Like, you and me got to be on the same page, and really stand strong against people who, she can't tell me not to be there. She can't tell me what to, we're married, we're a family, and I take care of your son, and I want to feel like we're taking care of essentially what feels like our son.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I think that's a good conversation to have. Listen, do you have a hard family? Is it something that you need help with? Are you going through a weird breakup? You don't know what happened, and you need some help. You need a little more time with us. Come to our workshop, September 18th at 11 a.m.
People always love them.
They're great. We love them. We have a blast, and we like hanging out with you guys. It's over Zoom. You buy a ticket. Pat sends you out a Zoom link. You usually do that like the day before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you buy a ticket at don'tTakeBullshitFromFuckers.BigCartel.com, and then the day before the event, Pat sends out all those ticket links to everyone who bought tickets. We have a limited amount of quote-unquote virtual seats. we like to keep it tight, and so seats are limited. So get them now while they're up, and then you can also support the show by going to patreon.com/DTBFF podcast. We did a bonus episode on F-Boy Island season 2, and that's up right now.
Yeah, and it's good.
It's really funny. And then you could also follow the show at DTBFF podcast, email in the show at dtbffpodcast@gmail.com. And you can follow me at Kane Holloway.
It's Gregors.
I'm at DTBFF producer Pat.
There's also a number you can call into the show. What's that number, Pat?
That number is 323-379-5544.
Don't take bullshit from fuckers. Hey there, if you like the show, you can find bonus episodes and more at our Patreon at patreon.com/DTBFF podcast. And then rate the show 5 stars on iTunes because it's the right thing to do. All music by the Rating Monarchs, produced by Patrick Kelly.